Alright, you guys, welcome back. Okay, so for your lab in Unit 17, if you look at your labs folder, you will find Unit 17 Lab 1. It says Student Records. If you click on it, you will notice that there are a couple files on it. Okay, so what all would you need to download? The Word doc you could download on your iPad, but the Java file and the student.dat file, okay? Both of these you would just need to download just as is on your desktop machines. Once you have done that, let me go ahead and do it so that I can show you what it may look like. And my student.dat. Right, so I have both of them downloaded. Then all I would need to do is click on my Java file. And even if it opens up as an external file, that's perfectly fine. You can work with it. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Just going to make it a little smaller so you can see what I'm looking at. So say something like this. Okay, and before I do anything, I would just run it. Thinking, completed, and here we go. Okay, so this is what I was talking about when we noticed. Okay, so what is this project doing? Well, this project is pulling in some data that is there inside the student.dat file. Okay, so it's reading in some data, and when we read the lab document, it'll make a lot more sense. So it pulled in all this data, and then it displayed the data, and it put it all into an array, and it displayed that array for you over here. And then this is what we were saying, press enter to continue. You saw how this was really big and it's hard to process. So then now when I hit enter, it displays the next set of output. Okay, and it says display students sorted in descending order by GPA. And then I hit enter again, and it says display student in ascending order by age. And then it says displaying students in ascending order by ID. Okay, so you should have your code that you're downloaded, and if you hit run, this should happen without any additional code changes you would need to make. Now let's talk about what are the changes you would need to make. So if you pull up the Word doc, it would look something like this, where it says Unit 17 Lab 1. Okay. Now, there are actually many parts to this lab, but we're only going to focus on the sorting part, okay? So it says write a program that reads in a text file called student.dat. This is similar, but a different file from the one you used in a previous lab. You guys don't have to worry about it. They've already given you the starter code to be able to read and display the data already, okay? So it says the program will need to store all of the data, that is name, ID, age, and GPA, into an array of person records. This array called student will be stored and displayed by GPA, by age, and finally by ID. Will be sorted and displayed by age, GPA, and finally by ID. The user will then enter the ID numbers of one of the student. The individual person record for that student will be displayed, and that student will be deleted from the array. So these two things, you guys, this is something that we haven't done yet in the unit. We will get to it, but this thing where they talk about this array called student will be sorted and displayed by GPA, age, and final ID, you should be able to do that, okay? And again, you want to again note that it says the focus of this assignment is algorithms, not file handling. A file is used to make entering all the information more efficient. The method to read in this file is provided to allow you to focus on the algorithm part of it. Okay. Now it says this program will read in and display all of the data in the student.dat file 4 times. If you notice, I hit enter 4 times. Okay. I hit enter 3 times and it showed me 4 different student datas. And it says the first time the data will simply be in the order it was in the file. So it basically took all the data in the file, and as soon as you run it, it displays all the data as it is in the file. The other 3 times are supposed to be sorted displays. But if you have not written the sorts yet, the program will just display the same list 4 times. So now when I hit run and enter, it basically displayed the same list 4 times. Okay, but really those are supposed to be sorted displays. Like after the very first one, when I hit enter, it says write the code so that the data in the student array is displayed in the original order, followed by 3 sorted displays. So the second would be sorted by GPA descending, then the third would be sorted by age ascending, and the fourth would be sorted by ID ascending. So then your output would look, so now this is the unsorted, the original, when you hit run. Then the next time when you hit enter to continue, it says in descending order by GPA, so then this is what it would look like, and everything followed along with that. Oh, wrong scroll. And then over here, by ascending order by age, and then finally ascending order by ID. Okay, now there are basically 3 opportunities for you to apply a sorting technique to do this. What I want you guys to do is explore all the 3 different sorting techniques, you guys. Okay, so you have your bubble sort, your selection sort, and your insertion sort. So use these 3 to test out how you can learn to apply sorting to these 3 different places here in your code. Okay, so again, your code, if you look at it, and they actually give you all the template for it. Like if you notice, here is the main that's invoking all the GPA sort, age sort, and ID sort. So you're basically then just going into, I would read your code, definitely. You'll understand it much better. But then I would go into this GPA sort, age sort, and ID sort, and try writing your code in there. Okay, again, you want to keep object-oriented programming in mind as you do it. And what else? Yeah, with this, like, you cannot jump into directly doing this, you guys. You would have to really spend some time understanding how did they write their code in order to accomplish their goal. Okay, so I would again take a moment to read about bubble sort, read about selection sort, read about insertion sort, and try to understand how it's working, and then implement it in your code. That is it from my end. I hope this gives you enough to get started and start working on it and start thinking about all these different algorithms. And then when I come back, we will answer more questions. Okay. All right. Bye for now. God bless you guys.